What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with my first Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10, Episode 1 recap and review. Y'all been waiting so long for this? Y'all have no idea. I am a major Real Housewives of Atlanta fan. I want to say shout out to all my favorites before I even start. Is for Rods, Justin J 1232, Funky Dineva, Bondi Blue. Who else do I love to watch? Probably Bonafide used to be doing stuff, but I don't know if she's still doing it anymore. Who else do I watch? Y'all forget, those are the people who inspired me to even get on, especially Auntie Rocks. She don't know I be calling her Auntie Rocks, but that's my auntie anyway. Y'all, let's get into it, okay? So first we started off with the OLG. We started off with the OLG. Todd and everybody else in the OLG, they're doing their work. Kandi comes in. First of all, yo, the production was so good. Like, everything just looked good. The lights, the camera action. They did this. Is this what Tardy for the Party looks like? Because they said that they got the same productions people from Tardy for the Party. Anyway, Kandi came in with my favorite color on. You know, she had this nice little orange on. She's over something that haters want to break you down. Then they did a flashback to Phaedra. You said that! You know, her and all of that stuff that's going on. Oh, I just want to, you know, if I put that in the face, then I'll be wrong. All of that stuff happened. And Kandi's like, look, I've been able to rise above. I'm the people's champ. I've been able to do escape. I've been able to make this stuff work. And I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to do all of this stuff together because I've been rocking through and the people love me for that. You know, I'm a mother. I got escape. I got my business. I got candy coated dildos. But I'm trying to do more with my life. So what am I going to do? How can I make this happen? She's saying that she spends all her time at her restaurant. She really wants to make her restaurant work. You know, one of the aunties said that they selling marijuana like they selling the chicken at the restaurant. It's just going off the shelf like flies. I will say, I want to go to OLG. My babe was just in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, yo, you need to go to the Old Lady Gang restaurant. Everybody I know, I've been trying to tell them to go to the OLG just so they could taste the food and then tell me about it. I mean, I don't live there. I don't live by it. So I just want to experience it. I really just want to experience it. After that, we go to Lake Bailey. Okay? Lake Bailey's, and you know, Cynthia's getting ready. She's going to have guests. Who comes first? Nene leaks. Nene's back. I'm okay with Nene being back. You know, we all need a little check. We all need a little coins. So I'm okay with Nene being back. I'm not going to be mad at her for being back. So she had to come and get it. Whatever. I was surprised that she started it off with Cynthia, though. But I guess, you know. Anyway. So then we go to Cynthia. Cynthia's talking about all the stuff she's been doing. Yo, I said this before. Cynthia, I want one of the cargo bags. I want what I want. Send me a cargo bag. I want one. Really. And I can tell you which one I want. Because some of her cargo bags look really nice. And there's one in particular that just looks so sleek. It just looks so sexy. And I just want it. Cynthia, send it to me. Anyway, they start talking. Cynthia's like, look, we need to plan something because Kenya's married. And then he's like, is she? Yes, she did. Oh, but you had to find out online as a friend. Okay, I need to see that license. Y'all remember when Kenya was meeting, dang, put it down in the comments. I can't remember what the person's name was. And the girl was arguing. I was like, I've been married for all of these years. She said, well, I would like to see that gift certificate. That's what Nene wants to see from Kenya. She would like to see that gift certificate. Okay? Cynthia believes that they married. And so Nene's trying to probably like, okay, well, how long have they been dating? I mean, for 9 months, it ain't been no 9 months. Like 8 months, it ain't been no 8 months. Okay, like 6 months, like 4 months. Is it 6 or is it 4? Which one is it? Now she getting tripped up. And that's what I was saying. It's been a minute. It's been a while. You know, you can't say a few in front of a couple or a few in front of Wendy Williams. So you just got to say, it's been a while. It's been a minute. But she believes that she's married. Why would she lie about it? Nene brought up a good, point. Yo, this girl has been wanting to get married for a long time. She's been wanting to do stunts and shows. They did a flashback of how Kenya's been acting. You think she's going to get married and not show the world? Anyway, Kenya shows up. Kenya and Nene, they, greet each other. Oh, well, okay, they drink to a good time. And Nene's like, oh, I think congratulations are in order. So Kenya's like, well, what congratulations for what? Well, what's happening? Okay. Is Matt in jail? What's going on? Okay. Did someone give me a role for a film? What's happening? And she was like, she says in her confessional, like, I know what they were talking about, but I don't want to feel that fire. I am married and that's it. And Cynthia was like, well, congrats. She's happy. Congrats to Mr. and Mrs. Bailey. I kind of left that part out, but when Nene was like, well, what's his name? Cynthia was like, well, she calls him baby, so that's what we gonna call him. Ain't that some mess? I mean, but at the end of the day, we also call Big Papa Big Papa. For the longest time when Kim was open up her legs, being a thought, we called him just Big Papa, so I guess we could just call baby, baby. So Cynthia was like, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Baby. Nene's not liking how well Cynthia's taking the fact that Cynthia, the king is married. She's like, I don't like how she's taking it, what she's saying, how she's saying it. It's not a fan to me. If this is supposed to be your friend, why were you invited? Why were you not there? Then we get to Kenya, she starts to explain, like, look, we met at one of his restaurants about 7 months ago. After that, everything has been great. It's been bliss, and now we're married. I'm kind of in a relationship like that where, I'm just in love. And I ask all the time, like, yo, when can I propose? When's the best time to propose? When's the best time to propose? Because, when you know. And there's no time to wait. There's no time to play around. Why are we sitting here playing? So if that's real, I can understand it. And I know a lot of relationships where people got married after maybe 4 or 5, months, and they're still going strong. Really, really strong. So if that's real, I can understand how that's happening. Where I don't believe her is that she's like, well, we just wanted to, and y'all, for everybody who doesn't know, I'm Team Twirl all day, every day. I love Kenya. She's my favorite. Love her. Team Twirl all day, every going with the win, okay? But this just seems a little odd to me. So she's talking about how she wanted to elope. She didn't want to do much. And I'm thinking to myself, Kenya. It just doesn't seem, as a Kenya Moore fan, it doesn't seem like her. And even as she tries to explain, I can see where she's trying to go. But then no. And this may come out for later on in the season, but Kenya Moore doesn't like, she says she don't like drama, right? And you know that getting married, not telling anyone eloping or whatever will bring drama. It's going to be drama for you. And you don't want that. Why would you and hopefully I'm explaining this right. Why would you elope and you think that everything's going to be okay? She's trying to say, well, I don't want people in my relationship. I don't want people to start talking about her. She don't want outside influencers. That's what she said. But she gets married without telling anyone. People are going to dig and pry more because they don't know what's going on. And that's really when the skeletons come out the closet. You don't just decide one day I'm about to get married, but I don't want people to tell me. Now your problems are starting once you say I do. Excuse me. And that's not smart. I just don't like the way she did it. I think it was not a smart idea. Sorry, y'all. So, Nene was trying to pry. She was trying to get his name because that's what people are going to do. And then after that, she was saying that they're looking for a new house. She's like, yo, you just got your house, girl. She's like, well, there's ghosts in it. Oh, okay. At the end of the day, Nene wants to see that gift certificate. Okay, and we got to figure out what's going on. From there, we go to Porsha. Porsha, she's cooking in high heels. Porsha, do you always cook like that? Is that your normal cooking outfit? I have a love-hate relationship with Porsha because she's young and fun. But then also at the same time, it's just like, girl, tell Porsha to go sit over there real quick. I don't even want to tell her. Anyway, Lauren comes in. They've been doing a podcast with their friend called Porsha for Real. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. I'm definitely going to try to check it out to let y'all know the next time. But I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. I didn't know she had a podcast. But it's supposed to be a Porsha uncut and unedited, unfiltered, so it seemed like it'll be cool. People are coming in, they're asking questions about what's going on. She said something about dating somebody who's old and if the baby's gonna come out looking old and working with friends and family. Here she go. Let me tell you something about Friends. If you don't watch Forest Rocks, make sure you watch her because she definitely does like a Porsha and Kandi imitation that I would never be able to get through, but she is really, really good at it. But she was like, let me tell you something about Friends, okay? Don't work with your friends, you need to watch your friends, and this and that. She's using this time to use Phaedra as her storyline, because they do a flashback to Phaedra. I didn't know what's going on, and all of this stuff she was doing at the reunion. So they use this time to really... Phaedra, now I don't like you, okay? I really don't like you, I can't stand you. But I need to cut you a check, okay? Because you was all up and through this episode. Girl, you need to cut you a check. They're using your likeness. They're using your brand. They're using your name. Now, I know that these are pre-recorded, so I don't know what the contracts look like. Okay? And this is a syndicated show, so you probably already get a check or paid. But, you need to have them cut you a check. Anyway, she starts to use that. Then she says, the show's over, and, you know, she's like, yo, Phaedra texted me. Phaedra texted her on some old good, you know, you're looking good in your bathing suit or something about a birthday or something like that. Just doing the old nasty Phaedra stuff that she normally does or whatever. Then Porsha starts to go in about Kandi and was like, look, I haven't talked to Kandi, but I don't feel like Kandi wants to speak to me. And I wouldn't either. You know how you did her during the reunion? You know, if she would have punched her in the face, she would have been wrong. So she's like, look, I needed to give her a rest. We don't really have a relationship. And I know that Kandi needs time to heal. So then they do a toast to the family, but no new friends. But Phaedra was an old friend who ruined you. So now the new one's got to go too? Because of Phaedra? Nene's at the swap boutique. I mean, the swag boutique. You know how she be having those videos on Instagram of her singing every has-been song, you know, in different kind of clothes. She's there. Sheree comes in. Sheree! Okay, I was like, okay, Storm is making an appearance. Okay, they got the X-Men series of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, no, that's Sheree. You know, when you have that much space in a home, your mind can get a little, frazzled, and you start making decisions that you're not supposed to because you're thinking so much. You got all this space. When she say words because she'll get out in the house, it echoes back to her. So she thinks she's giving herself advice. Somebody's giving her advice when she's talking. Sheree. Now she's thinking, oh my God, who's here? You know? Should I wear a gray wig? Yes. Yeah, it sounded like yes, and it came back to her. But anyway, she just look a fool. So they're talking and they talk about the relationship and how tumultuous it's been. And she actually shades her. She's like, you know, I used to... This was actually something I learned from Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen a minute ago, a long time ago. And she was talking about how she knew Sheree from the boutique. Now, Sheree used to have boutiques. And she used to sell, you know, she used to give the champagne out and give, you know, clothes and everything like that. So that's how Gabrielle knew her. Like, she was always somebody who was big or whatever. So Sheree's been the legendary, you know, Sheree Whitfield way before this or whatever. So she threw a little shade at Swag Boutique. So, you know, Sheree's talking about how she's, you know, she has this in love medallion. And then Nene's like, well, who are you in love with? I feel like Nene feels out of the loop. You know, throughout this whole episode, Nene was asking questions, trying to catch up. Well, who's this? And what's that? And who it is? And where did that come from? And what's wrong with you? You know, just all of these questions she had. Catch up, girl. Watch the show. So Sheree's like, look, I wouldn't even tell her, you know, even if I did. So now Nene's being a bone collector, bone carrier. And she's like, well, what do you know about Bay? And, you know, Sheree's like, Bay Yante? You know, did she just have the twins? Well, what's going on? What do you mean? What do I know about her? She's like, no. Kenya's boyfriend, we call him Bay. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. If they're married. Sheree was over that. She's like, look, girl, I was told by production to ask about Kandi and Porsha, and that's what I'm coming at. How do you feel? Nobody else felt like it was just like a bad transition. She's like, well, what do you feel about the marriages? But what do you feel about Kandi and Porsha? Okay, production told me to ask about that. Okay? So she asked about that, and she's like, look, I don't know. Why, are you mad at Porsha? What's your relationship with her? I don't talk to her. They both have two different perspectives. Nene's perspective right now is just the fact that, I tried to give the little girl advice about punching people in the face and hitting people, and she didn't want to listen to me. And now she got mad at me. Sheree's like, well, look, I feel bad for her because she was manipulated by Phaedra, and now I feel bad for her. Whatever. Nene was like, look, we're not talking to each other. I'm not dealing with her. I don't got time to deal with this. They went through flashbacks of, her trying to give her that advice, and now they're done. Then we go to Kenya. She's on the phone with her dad. This is a short little thing. She's on the phone with her dad. He's mad at her because, like, look, nobody was invited to her wedding, not even me. Everybody's on Facebook, everybody's on Twitter, and they're talking about your wedding, and I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, well, I wanted to keep the drama out, and I didn't invite you because I don't know what you're going to say. Her dad does, to be fair. He got a nasty habit of saying comments that are just really off the wall. Get your ashy feet, you need to fix the walls, you need to do all this stuff. And they did flashbacks of that. So, if this is real and true, and you know I love you. If this is true, I can understand. At the end of the day, they made up. He's just like, I just wanted to be there. And she's like, I'm sorry, da-da-da-da. From there, we have Sheree and Porsha. They're at a wig shop trying to get together for Cynthia's birthday party. Everybody has dressed like a Cynthia throughout her years, so I thought it was really cool. I thought Sheree looked really good. Her afro was like a brown little thing. I thought she looked really, really good. So they all decide what they're going to do. She asks about the Nene and her drama, Porsha drama. Sheree asks Porsha about the drama with Nene, and her thing is like, look, she gave me advice that I didn't want, true. But then like a couple of months ago, or she's been dragging my name in the media, and she has. Nene, not Nene. Okay? You have been dragging this little girl. You did do the freaking fraud, and every time I saw you on Watch with Andy Love, it sounded like you wanted to make sure that Porsha was fired. Okay? So you have some explaining to do. Kaya, okay, T.S. Madison, can we get him on the Queen's Court? Okay, we need her to see her in the courtroom in the next 10 days because we need her to explain this evidence that she was doing a lot of, she was definitely just doing a lot of bashing them. And she kept saying Porsha's not innocent, Porsha's not innocent. So, I don't know. And then Porsha talked about an interview that went on like a couple of months ago and she's like, look, I'm not feeling it. Like, she talked about me and I'm done. From there, we go to Cynthia party. Cynthia shows up. She was ready. This party just seemed like it came out of nowhere. But anyway. And she been 50 for a minute. Wasn't she 50 last season? Not that you're 50 years. Oh, let me leave it alone. She talks about, she gets there. This is going to be my last, one of my first parties without Peter. And I always talk to Peter. So I definitely have to call him and let him know. And She called Peter. Peter's like, girl, I'm not coming to that party. Okay, I'm not filming with you. They have not given me a peach. I asked for one. Okay, I campaigned for one. And they said no fruit would be placed in my hand. I would not be filming for that party. Thank you and goodbye. She got off that phone and Noelle is just like your good girlfriend who would just be like, girl, hand me the phone real quick. I'm going to delete his number because you should not have been talking to him. Okay? She just was making a lot of sense. After that, everybody's showing up at the venue. We got Valerie there. Valerie looked in really good. Val come in asking Peter's coming. I don't like this Val Peter thing. And Val, where's your man? Anyway, Nene came in. Nene looked good. Kim looked good. Kenya looked good. My favorite was Kandi. She just was my favorite. She looked good. She had the things in her hair. She just looked like a diva. And I love Kandi, so maybe I'm being biased or whatever. Kandi comes up to Kenya. She's like, well, where's your level? Who's your level? Why are you married? All of the questions. And Kandi feels some type of way because she's like, look, aren't we supposed to be friends? And if we friends, well, I don't know why I feel like I got to search the blogs to know about you. Just something. I really do love Kenya. So Porsha's late. Porsha comes in. Whatever. Shamia looks good. Y'all know I love me Shamia. I love a dark chocolate. Ooh. Ooh, that's a fine woman. Shamia comes in. And Porsha comes in. Porsha thought something she didn't even notice Nene. She thought she was decorations. The shade was real on this episode, for real. So they had to model there. After that, Cynthia she got on the mic. It was like everybody has to model what they are wearing. This and that, blase. Everyone looks good. Quad came. Kandi she leaves Porsha because she's like, look, I already said hi to her. I already hugged her. I'm not going to talk to her. So they're gone. They broke them into two groups. You got Cynthia, Porsha, and Sheree. And you got the other girls, Kenya, Nene, Kandi, and then Shamia on the other side. Sheree was like, well, I'm not getting paid to talk to you because they're going to film that. They definitely have a more interesting conversation. Girl, let's bring the cameras over here. So they brought the cameras over. Nene was not with it. And, she's like, well, let's talk about it. Porsha brings up the whole 3 weeks ago, and Nene's like, well, we don't need to talk about no 3 weeks ago. We're not friends. What's happening with the not friends? Sheree was like, well, she said you call her a thought. I thought I never said anything like that. I mean, close enough, girl. You said some stuff. So she's done with that. So then they start arguing back and forth, and Kenya comes in because now she's doing like a good mediating thing, and she's like, look, you don't have to sit here. I don't have to deal with this. So then we get to a commercial, we come back, the scene that everyone's been able to see on social media. Nene's asking Cynthia, Porsha, what's going on with you? And Porsha's like, look, I want to talk about the interview that happened. She's like, no. Nene said, no, if we're going to talk, then we need to talk about everything. I don't want you to just talk to me about 3 months ago because that's not when our problem started. And again, they have a different perspective of these arguments. So I can see and understand both sides. The friendship is over. They're not doing with it. Nene's getting upset. Porsha's getting upset. Nene's like, look, I'm done. I'm not going to do it. The door's closed. I locked it. And I'm leaving. So she gets ready and she leaves. Great timing because Kandi decided she wanted to, put her vocals to good use. Okay, she's practicing for Escape, and she was saying, happy birthday to you. Okay, and that was it. It was a good episode. I love Real Housewives of Atlanta, so even when people think it's too much or not enough or whatever, I cannot get enough of Kandi on my screen and of Kenya on my screen. The other girls are there, okay, they help us, but I love them both. Please follow me. I'm going to be following this whole entire season. So if you don't know me and you want to know me, fall in love with me. If you want to know more about anything that I have going on, you can check me out on Facebook, The BusyBlu. Go ahead and like that page. You can also follow me on my social media websites of Twitter and Instagram, BusyBlu, no space, no E. I have another review to do because I'm watching Escape, still kicking it. So I'm about to edit this one and go get that one up. I want you all to really have a really good night. I got some stuff to do, so I'm about to go get busy. And I want you to stay busy. Until next time.